Welcome back to a special edition of Unscripted, a Mankato and Minnesota State themed show. They will team up to be our host for Hockey Day Minnesota 2021. Right now, I'm very excited to be joined by a former Minnesota State receiver and current star in the National Football League. He is Adam Thielen of the Minnesota Vikings. Adam, thanks so much for doing this. Let's get right to it. In your 4 years at Minnesota State, what were some of your favorite memories of your time there?
I think just really getting embraced in the community there, being able to go to the hockey games, being able to go to the basketball games, men's and women's sports. There was a lot of success there while I was there and before and after I've been there. So it's a really cool place that I don't think people really realize how cool of a place it is unless you have been there, our alumni, things like that. But definitely a special place for me in my heart.
Taking in plenty of college hockey games there. It is a special place. There's no doubt about it. When I think about NFL receivers specifically, Minnesota State doesn't come to mind. And I'm just curious, in your 4 years there, you got better every single year. You led the teams in reception your final 3 seasons there. Was there a point when you were able to stop and dream or even think about the next level, playing on Sundays in the National Football League when you were a Maverick?
No, not until after I was done playing and I actually was done with college eligibility, and I thought, you know what, let's give this a shot. Kind of a funny story. I came back and my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, I came back and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this thing a shot. I'm gonna try to play in the NFL. And she kind of looked at me and was like, are you sure you don't want to get a real job? I think for me it was just, why not give it a shot? I had so much fun. It was such a great career at Mankato. Just the relationships I built, the people in that locker room, the coaches. I learned a lot, and it was one of those things where why not just give it a shot, see what happens.
I think I speak for all Vikings fans. I'm very thankful that you did not go out and get a real job. We're happy to see you play in the purple with the Vikes, and your home turf was Blakesley Stadium. That's going to be the focal point. That's going to be kind of the center of the Hockey Day Minnesota universe. What makes that stadium so unique, and how cool is it going to be to see your old stomping grounds front and center on Hockey Day Minnesota?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, so excited for that. I mean, you can't ask for a better venue for this event, for Hockey Day Minnesota. Obviously, being from Minnesota, born and raised, northern Minnesota, hockey's a special place in our heart. I never played organized hockey, but I was on the pond, in the backyard, in the community rink and things like that. And have a lot of friends that played hockey, so hockey's pretty special to me. But what a place, what a venue, Blakesley, such a cool place with tons of tradition. That stadium hasn't been renovated in a long time, but still, it's such a cool place. I wouldn't change much about it, to be honest. The stands are right on top of you. I remember several times having to go underneath the stands to avoid getting smoked by the concrete walls of Blakesley. A buddy of mine, actually, I think he broke his nose running into the fence that goes along it. So definitely a lot of cool memories. And again, just such a cool venue for Hockey Day Minnesota.
And you mentioned you grew up in Minnesota, up in Detroit Lakes. That is hockey country. And you've mentioned over the years that you've strapped on the blades, you've played some hockey. How big a hockey fan are you once football is over? When your season's over, kind of hockey's kind of hitting their hot point. How much hockey do you get a chance to tune into?
I love the game. I tune in quite a bit. I got a few friends that have played for the Wild or are now currently play for the Wild. My wife and I have gone to a few Mankato games over the last few off seasons. But yeah, we got a chance to sit ringside right behind the net before this kind of all hit, when the Wild were kind of making a run, and got to be right behind Stalock, which is a good buddy of mine, and watch him compete from real up and close and personal. So that was pretty special, and made me want to go to more games, because I think when you're there and you see it in a close range like that, you see how talented those guys are, how fast that puck is moving, and really, how quick the game moves. So it's definitely a fun sport for me. I begged my parents to let me play, but there was too much going on for us to be able to play that. But really, really a fun sport for me to watch.
It appeared that last season, Adam, was a very frustrating one, specifically because of the injuries that you dealt with. How excited are you to turn the page and get to the upcoming season that lies ahead?
Well, I honestly, for me, I wouldn't even say it was frustrating. I think I learned a lot. It taught me a lot about myself, about my family, about this team, who I'm competing with in the locker room. I was able to take a different perspective of the game than I've ever been able to have before. And I was also able to learn how to use your resources and how to take care of yourself in season and off season. And I think it just made me more excited to get back to work. Get with my guy Ryan Engelbert at ETS and get back to work and preparing for this next season. So if anything, it was a good thing for me. Obviously, you don't ever wish injuries and things like that, but it was something that I was able to learn a lot and take a lot from.
So many athletes growing up, like you mentioned, Alex Daylock played multiple sports, and he'll tell you, a very good football player. Of course, that's his opinion. If you were a hockey player right now, forwards kind of built around speed and skill, defensemen about that rugged play, and goalies obviously trying to block the shots, which position would you naturally migrate towards?
Definitely a forward. I like to score. I like to be in the action. I like to use my speed and athletic ability. So I'd definitely be a forward. I'm not the best at stopping and skating backwards, so I think forward's a good spot for me.
So no goaltending in your future? How about your kids?
Well, that's kind of funny you say that, because I actually, when I was growing up, my neighbor was a lot older than me and it was on the high school hockey team, and was a really good player, and all of his friends were good players, and I actually was the goalie. So they'd have me, put all the pads on, do that all up, and I was a goalie. And I think, honestly, I think it has helped me in my profession, just hand-eye coordination, with the speed of play and pucks coming at you from all different angles. I actually really enjoyed it. Now, am I glad that I didn't end up being a goalie? Yes, because it's a very tough position, and it's there's not too many goalies and not too many jobs out there for a goalie. So glad my parents shifted me over to a different sport.
I can see it too. You've got the hand-eye coordination and you're able to take a hit. So yeah, you would have been a pretty good goalie. Hey, thanks so much for doing this today. I can't wait to see Minnesota State and Blakesley Stadium, your old stomping ground, take center stage for Hockey Day, Adam.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. Like I said before, I'm super excited. I couldn't believe when they committed to that in Mankato. Man, that's going to be a special deal. It is every year, wherever they put it, but obviously a special place for me. Ryan Carter, know really well, business partner with ETS. So he's all juiced up and excited to get things going there.
All right. Thanks again for doing this, my man. Take care.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. That'll be great. Take care.
That's all for our Mankato edition of Unscripted. Our thanks to Coach Mike Hastings, former Maverick teammates David Backus and Ryan Carter, and Vikings wide receiver Adam Thielen. We'll see you next time on Unscripted.